1973. There's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check. Run left. Check. Hop. Run left.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Watch out. Hey, zero. Hey, zero. Got it. Mike's 50.
Here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Bills' 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On third down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Barkley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Right over there. 5 wide. 58, right there. Check.
On 1st down, Allen. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get off field and get after the quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. This defense porous so far in this 1st quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Strip that ball.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but he's got a man complete. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
To throw, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Saquon Barkley running right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
58. 319. Mike, 58, right there. Break it. 45-yard line. 58.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. now on first down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 27.
Round 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ain't no such thing.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 82 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Allen. And Diggs has it. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, the left side, caught by Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
It's now 3rd down.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but and it'll be third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Seahawks 28, Bills 14.
Fight, 315. Hey, get in the way.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 38-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Now Barkley stripped of the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Allen going to get this one to Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A throw complete to Dorsett. Pushing his way through. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that.
And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Check 9, check 9. Check 37, check 37. Bridgestone, Travis.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action with Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. To the air, Allen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Wilson wants to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line. Today's
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say they started fast.